So here's my journal notebook that I used when I went to the Gathering of Creatives this year. It was online, which was lovely, and it was December 4th through 6th, 2020. And I had a lot of good comments about it, so I thought I'd make a little video and show some techniques that I use in some of my journal classes and used in this book. So here's the title page, and I did a little cutout. Oops. And I pasted some quotations about creativity here. And so when you do a cutout, you want to think of what it's going to look like on both sides. So on this side, I want to fill in a little bit of the background around here so you can see the heart shape. I haven't done that yet. So the first evening was keynote speaker Sark, and she was great. And so these are the notes I took. And then these are some of her pieces that you can get. A lot of people know the famous one. First one is How to Be an Artist, and she talked about those, so I put them here. And she had us draw something that was like a vision of something that we wanted to have happen. And so this is a sketch about a art installation that I'm working on about the goddess Gaia. And then we had Dr. Marie Mabumi, and she had us do a few different things. Here's her picture. And so she had us do little meditations, and this was the first one, I am rooted. And so this is like we were rooted to the center core of the earth. So this is a cross section of the earth with the little roots going to the core and kind of arms of the mother. I am creative fire. I am the power of the sun. Isis has given me the secret name of Ra. And in the Egyptian sun pictures, there's always these little hands holding the Ankh crosses. I saw that in my meditation. And this one is, I am abundant. I am in harmony with the cosmos. And so this spiral is the Fibonacci spiral. And this is the goddess, the visitation from the goddess. And this is I Speak Love. And I need to do something on this page so that the opening will show something, but I haven't done that yet. I did all of this during the conference. I add stuff later usually. This is what the pages look like before I start. I just have some little kind of design on there. And this was one about, we had a little meditation about the heart chakra. And then this one is I Am Light. And I added some glittery paper stickers to that. That's the advantage of going to these workshops on Zoom, because I'm right in my studio with all my favorite supplies that I couldn't possibly carry with me halfway across the country. So, and this side shows a decorated page. I didn't add any notes, but this was my affirmation that I got out of that class, and I wrote it directly onto a decorated page. And then this is a class with Flora Bally, and she read this at the beginning of the class, Honoring Creation. So I found it online and glued it in there, and this is her picture. And these are some of her notes, she said. And then Julia Cameron was the next keynote speaker. She spoke on Saturday night. And this here is an amazing graphic recording by Sally Mazak, a graphic designer. And so this is the recording of Julia Cameron's talk. And so she's got all the notes here. And she was so generous. She posted this on the site and let us, anyone who was in the conference could print this. And so I printed it on 2 sides paper and made this little fold out thing because I wanted it to still be horizontal, and I didn't want to make it so small in that direction. I didn't want to put it this direction, so I made it an open up page. Also, in my classes we do a lot of things with open up things because it really engages you. And so here's Julia Cameron, and these are some of the notes that I wrote from her talk. And then the next day there was Whitney Freya, and so these are my notes from that and her photo. And some more notes from that workshop. And then Amira Rahim, I went to her workshop. I did do another piece of art, but she was so beautiful, I just wanted to paint her portrait, so I did that. And then this was the show and tell. And I actually, at show and tell, I actually showed this journal. And people really liked it. I was really surprised. So these are all a lot of the comments that they made in the chat. And so I was very happy that they were inspired by seeing my book. And I copied those out and put them in here. And then somebody saw in my studio this piece of artwork, which is the tabard from Jewels of India, which is an 8-piece wearable art ensemble that I did some years ago. And so I showed that, so that's why I have that picture there. And then, so that was the end of the conference. But when you go to the conference, there were breakout groups, and so you only got to pick one. But then after the conference, you can go back to the recording. So I had just started to listen to Amy Miracle's workshop, and I don't have any notes in there yet. But anyway, I'll go back to looking at hers, and I'll probably add some color to this side. So those are some techniques that I teach in my journal workshop, and that anybody can use as they put together a journal. I think it's fun to take notes on decorated pages. And the music we've been listening to is Pastel from the Rainbow Sonata by the amazing Paul Varelis, who gave me permission to use it. So I'm going to pass that word along. So thank you for watching and taking a look at my journal, and I hope you're inspired to add some other things to your journals.